Hi, welcome to my video on finding the slope of a line by rise over run given 2 points. The slope of a line by rise over run, but before we start, let's first review fractions with negatives. Negative of a fraction can be written two ways: the negative 1/2 or negative 1 over 2, negative 3/4, negative 3 over 4, negative 2/5, negative 2 over 5, negative 6 over 5. The negative of 6 over 5 is negative 6 over 5. Reverse it. Negative 2 divided by 7 is the negative of 2 over 7. Negative 1 over 8 is the negative of 1/8. Negative 4 could be written as negative 4 over 1. Negative 1 over 3 is written as negative 3. Negative 8 over 1 is negative 8. Negative 5 could be negative 5 over 1. The negative 5 over 1 is only in relation to the rise over the run, so that's why we're writing negative 5 over 1. Normally we would write as just negative 5. Fractions should have no negatives in the denominator. If they do, then remove them. So 4 over negative 5 is the same as negative 4 over 5, or negative 4/5, either or. Negative 2 over negative 9, negative over negative is 2 over 9. Dividing by 2 negatives gives you positive. And 6 over negative 11 is a negative 6 over 11. Two negatives become a positive, so it's just 1/4. And that's a negative 7 over 3. And this one, the two negatives cancel out, so the negative is 3 negatives is still a negative 3 over 10. Practice, express each with no negatives in the denominator. So let's do, you pause the video and work these out to see if you're going to get the right answer. So number 1, negative 1 over 2. Number 2 is 3 over 4. Two negatives become a positive. Number 3, negative 6 over 5. Remember, no negative in the denominator of a fraction. Two negatives become a positive, 7 over 3. Two negatives become a positive, so it's just 8. And 9 divided by negative 1 is just negative 9. Or if we want a fraction for it, then we could go negative 9 over 1. Or we could go here 8 over 1. If we want a fraction, because alone it's just 8 is 8 over 1. And a negative 9 is negative 9 over 1. Number 7, negative 8 over 7. And number 8, two negatives become a positive, so negative 2 over 9. And number 9 is a negative 4 over 11. Or we could go negative 4/11. But the only reason I'm writing it this way, because we're going to do the rise over the run, one on top of the other. That's a review of no negatives in the denominator of a fraction. Slope is defined normally as rise over run for any line. It can also be the vertical change over the horizontal change, or delta y, delta x's. Let's review or go over how to find the slope from 2 points on a graph. To find the slope of a line, we pick a point. We do the rise and the run, forming a right angle, and we end at the other point. Find the rise and the run, and then we substitute into the slope formula as rise over run. Simplify the fraction. No negatives in the denominator. Note, I always do the rise first and then the run second. because the slope is defined as rise over run. So notice, let's do some examples. Find the slope of each line. Notice I have a graph and I want to find the slope from A to B. So if I want to go from A to B, I can rise and then I can run. So the slope is defined as rise over run. The rise is 1, 2, 3, plus 3. Going up is plus, and the run is 1, 2, plus 2. And that simplifies to 3 over 2. So that's the slope of the line joining the points A, B. We could also go from B to A, and notice I always do my rise first and then my run. So if I can also go down and then to the left. So slope of a line is defined as rise over run. This time, 1, 2, 3 is a minus 3, because you're going down, and to the left is 1, 2, so it's a minus 2, but 2 negatives become a positive. So you still get 3 over 2. So it makes no difference if you go from up and to the right, or if you go down and to the left, you're still going to get the same slope. Let's do another one, number 2. Let's find the slope from P to Q. So here we can go down and then to the right. I always do my vertical first. I always do my rise. Rise means up or down. So let's do the slope formula is rise over run. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Negative 5. Down is negative. 1, 2 is plus 2. So that's negative 5 over 2, or you could also call it negative 5 divided by 2. It's the negative of. It's either or. And Q to P, we're going from Q to P, so I can also, remember I went from P to Q, I went down and then to the right. I can also leave Q and go up, because that's my rise, and then I can do my run. So the slope is rise over run. So my rise this time is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus 5. And my run is 1, 2, but it's going left, so it's negative. So positive 5 over negative 2 is the same as negative 5 over 2. If we not, but there should be no negative in the bottom of our fraction. So we can go either or, but I prefer to go up and to the right, up and to the left. Let's keep practicing now and show you what's happening. Let's do some more examples just to make sure. Slope is very important to work out the equation of a line, what this unit is all about. We have a graph here, so we have number 3 is AB. So the line AB is right here from A to B. A has a 2 and a 4. 2, 4. B start at 0, 0. B is 7, 1. So we need to find the slope of this line. So the slope of AB is the rise over the run. So what we do, again, I like to rise all the time, and then so I rise and then I go left or right. So what I'm going to do, I will go from B up to here, and then I will run. So notice I'm forming, when I do this, I'm forming a right angle. All the ones we did, we form a right angle in relation to the rise and the run. We form a right triangle. So in this case, the rise is 1, 2, 3. So I will always rise, but my run, this is 3, but my run could be to the left or to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's negative. So that slope is a negative 3 over 5 for AB. Now let's do FE. FE is here, and so E is right here. So E is, let's see, E is negative 1, 4. Negative 1, 4. F, that's a 7, and this is 2. So that's negative 7, 2. That's the quarters of the point. Just practicing finding the quarters of the point, because I found sometimes students get mixed up. Now let's do the slope. Again, I always rise. So I will rise, and I will form a right angle, rise, and then run. So you're doing the horizontal and the vertical lines. You're forming a right angle. So the rise, let's do the slope first. Write down the slope form. Let's be consistent. If you do the same thing all the time, then the pattern becomes great. 1, 2. So the rise is a plus 2, and the run is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 to the right, so it's a plus 6. That gives me a positive, but 2 into 2 goes 1, 2 into 6 goes 3. So even though I have a slope of 2 over 6, I always reduce my slope if I can. I always reduce my fractions. Number 5, HI. HI is right here, and H is negative 4, 2. I is 3 for the X, negative 3 for the Y. Okay, now I need to do the slope. So the slope is, I will do my rise, and then I'll do my run to form that right angle. Now remember, I could have gone down to right here. I could have gone down and to the right. But again, I like to do the rise if I can, because the rise is always positive and the run could be plus or minus. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the slope is rise over run. So the rise, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is a positive 5. And the run is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it's left, so it's a negative 7. So the slope is a negative 5 over 7. Number 6, LM. LM is from this line right here. Let's do what M is. M is, that's an 6 is 7, that's an 8. X is 8. And Y is negative 1. And L is, X is 4. And Y is negative 2. Again, to get the X, you go up to the X-axis. And to get the Y, you go to the Y-axis. Now we need the slope. And the slope is rise over run. And we need here, I will rise. So I'll rise right here. And I will run right there. So the rise is plus 1. And the run is 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's going right, so it's a plus 4. So it's a positive slope, 1/4. And now we have another one, but this time I'm getting you to plot the 2 points and do the slope. So here we go. Let's plot the point. P is negative 2, 3. P, negative 2. So negative 2 on the x-axis is right here. And 3 on the y-axis is there. So this is the point we're talking about. So I go over 2 and up 3. So there's the point, negative 2, 3. And the point, negative 1, 0. Start at 0, 0. X is negative 1 right here. And y is 0. So there's the point of Q. So that's Q. And that's P. We need to get the slope of the line. So let's connect up the 2 points. If I can draw a straight line here. Okay, let's pretend the line is straight. I need a ruler, but I'll try to use my eye judgment. Now I need to find the slope. The slope, again, is, and you'll never forget it if you keep writing it down. Slope is rise over run. Here we go. And I need to go from P to Q, but I need to go up. I always go up. And then I go left or right. Okay, there's the right angle. So the rise is 1, 2, 3. So the rise is plus 3. And the run is to the left, so it's a minus 1. And that becomes negative 3 over 1. Or we can just say negative 3. Remember, if I say negative 3, it's understood to be over 1. Let's do some review now of what we call, these lines are oblique, and that they're slanting sideways. They go, notice the lines go from oblique. In other words, let me explain. The x-axis is a horizontal line, and the y-axis is a vertical line. So none of these lines we've done here so far, they're all obliques. They're always sideways. So oblique lines slant either down to the left, see? So this line could go down to the left, or you can go up to the right. So if the slope is down to the left, that's a negative over a negative. So that makes it can be negative 1 over negative 1 or negative over negative. Or you can go up to the right, be positive. Or you can go down to the right. Notice this one. You can go down, which is positive, to the right. Or you can go up to the left. So you can go up to the left. So on this line, which is as a negative slope, you can either go up and to the left, or you can go down to the right, either or. But I prefer always to go up or down. So I prefer to go up to the right, which is positive, or I go up to the left, which is negative. That's me. I keep to be consistent. So again, either or, whatever way you want to do it, you'll still get the negative slope. So which lines in 3 to 7, all of these that I've done, are up to the right? Let's do up to the right. It's the same as going down to the left to have a positive slope. So we went up to the right. So notice this is a negative slope. 4 is a positive slope. So first one is number 4. And we got another positive slope in LM, which is 6. And if we go up to the left, which is a negative slope, that's 3. We go up to the left, which is HI, which is 5. And we give 7 is a negative slope. So notice, I'm going to do it right here. If you have a graph and you go up to the right, that's positive. If you have a graph and you go up to the left, that's negative. So up to the right is positive, up to the left is negative. So you're going up to the left. Positive slope is up to the right, negative slope is up to the left. I'll be consistent in all the math I do pertaining to the slope of curves. More practice. Here we go. Practice means pause the video and work out the slopes. Work out the answers to the problem. Here we go. Find the slope of each line. We're going to find the slope of AB. So here's AB. So the slope is rise over run. So again, I could go down and to the right, but I like to go up and then go left or right. That's just me. Up and to the left. So that's 1, 2, 3. So that's a +3. And the run is 1, but it's a minus. So the answer for the slope is -3 for AB. EC. EC is this one. Oop, I forgot to notice I didn't have to do the coordinates, but to be consistent, this point is 2, 5. And A is 3, 2. But if I'm doing it on a graph and the point and the graph grid is there, I didn't need to put the coordinates, but I will still put the coordinates in. So C is right here, so that's 1 and a 4. And E is -2, 2. And let's do the slope of CE. The slope of CE is rise over run. And the rise, let's see, remember I'm going to go up and then right. There's the right angle. So that's 1, 2. So the rise is a +2. And the run is 1, 2, 3, +3. So the slope is 2/3. Slope is 2/3. Again, notice it's up to the right, positive slope. Notice this one, up to the left, negative slope. And we're doing the slope of PT is rise over run. Spell run correctly. So I didn't have to, but let's get the coordinates just to have a bit of fun. The coordinates of P are -4 and 1. -4 and 1. T is X is 2, Y is -2. 2, -2. Just to practice putting in the coordinates. Now, let's do notice the slope of this line before we start is negative because it's up to the left. So let's go up, and we have to form a right triangle. There it is. So I went up, so that's 1, 2, 3, so it's a +3. And I went left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's a -6 because I went left. So the slope is positive and a negative, so I got a negative. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 3 into 6 is 2, so I get a -1/2 when I simplify the slope. And number 4, let's plot these 2 points. Let's see, -3, -5. X is -3 right there, and I go down -5. So there's this point right here, and 3, -3. X is 0, 0, so X is 3 to the right. Y, I go up or down, -3. So there's that point. So if I draw a line between those two, there it is. So the slope of a line is rise over run. So again, I like to rise. So I'm going from one point to another. So I will rise to there and I'll run there. So the rise is 1, 2, so it's a +2. And the run is going to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's 2, 6, +6. So that's a 1/3 because it reduces 2 and the 2 goes 1, 2 and the 6 goes 3. So 1/3 is my slope. And again, notice the line, it's up to the right. Up, when you go up and go to the, when you go up and go to the right is positive. When you go up and go to the left is negative. So everything is true. In numbers 1, 2, 5. Oh, we only got a 4 there. Sorry about that. We took one away. Didn't want to make it too long. Which lines have a positive slope? Which lines have a positive slope? Positive slope is number 2 is positive and number 4. Positive slope is 2/3 and 1/3. But besides that, up to the right is positive, and again up to the right is positive, and these two are negative. So negative slope is 1 and 3. But if you look at the graph, a negative slope goes up to the left. This is a negative slope because it's going up to the left. Besides looking at the -1/2 and the -3 is the answers. Yes, they're negatives, but you can see from a graph, positive slope again goes up to the right, and there's the line, and a negative slope goes up to the left. You're going up and you're going left. So that's a negative slope. Note, lines that slope which way have a positive slope. I'm going to say lines that slope up and to the right. Positive slopes go up to the right, and a line that slopes up to the left have a negative slope. Again, you could also say reversed. You can go. You can also say a positive slope goes down to the left because down is negative and left is negative. You can also say here that you can go down and to the right, but I'm being consistent that positive slopes will go up to the right, negative slopes will go up to the left. So this is a complete review of finding the slope of a line going to 2 points on a graph or plotting the points, but it's from looking at a graph. If you like my video, click the like button. If you're not a subscriber, click the subscribe button. Click the notification bell. More videos are coming your way. Write a comment on my video if you wish. And visit my math website, www.mathfullyexplained.com. And you'll find information on me, my degrees and teaching experience. Section on video talks about the strategies you're going to use to help you learn your math. And the section on content has the units and the number of videos on each unit. And the black font is what's online right now, and the red font is what will be online in the near future. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.